With Game 1 of State of Origin just around the corner and the arrival of 7 new State of Origin debutants this year like Kotoni Staggs, Stephen Crichton and Ruben Cotter, I got curious on who the youngest debutants in the State of Origin history are. Some of the names on this list were yet to even play half a season of first grade. Some honourable youngsters that just missed out on this list are Xavier Coates, who played his debut in the 2020 Origin Series and scored a try at just 19 years and 235 days. Greg Inglis, who is the 11th youngest ever player in Origin history and arguably one of the greatest Maroons ever, scoring 2 tries on his debut in 2006, and Jeremiah Nanai, who should become the 10th youngest Origin player after debuting in Game 1 of the 2022 series tonight. At number 10 we have Bradley Clyde from New South Wales at 19 and 116 days. Widely regarded as the best lock in the game during his career, Clyde would feature for New South Wales 12 times and Australia 19 times. He's one of 2 players along with Billy Slater to have twice won the Clive Churchill medal as the MVP of the Grand Final. One of those Clive Churchill medals were won in 1989, the same year he would debut for the Blues at just 19 years of age. Unfortunately, the Blues would lose the 1989 series in a whitewash, with Clyde having a stellar career being inducted to both the New South Wales and NRL Hall of Fame. At number 9 it's Lindsay Johnston from New South Wales at 19 and 106 days. One of the more lesser known names on this list, prop forward Lindsay Johnston, would play 66 career first grade games for 3 clubs over 8 years. Johnston would only play in over 20 games in one season, only once in his career, with his Origin call-up pretty unexpected. The majority of his seasons in the first grade totaled to only single-digit appearances, and Johnston's Origin appearance at such a young age was definitely a surprise, but something he can definitely look back on with fondness. At number 8 it's David Fifita for Queensland at 19 and 100 days. Our most recent entry on this list is David Fifita, who debuted in the 2019 State of Origin series. He has appeared in 5 Origins so far in his career and would play for Queensland only 22 games into his NRL career. With the ability to break open a game in a moment's notice, Fifita has become a household name in the sport, also on currently one of the richest contracts in the entire league. He has missed out on Game 1 selection for the 2022 Origin series due to injury and poor form, but certainly has the ability to return to the Maroons lineup in the near future. At number 7 it's Jarryd Hayne for New South Wales at 19 and 97 days. At just 18 years of age, Jarryd Hayne would burst onto the NRL stage, winning the Dally M Rookie of the Year in 2006. By 19 he would represent New South Wales on a debut for the ages as he performed one of the more spectacular tries in Origin history and would later make a calamitous mistake. Hayne from early on in his career always knew how to entertain. We often forget how talented the bloke was, appearing in 8 straight Origin series from 2007 to 2014. In the number 6 spot is Mitchell Pearce for New South Wales at 19 and 86 days. Mitchell Pearce again would be another child prodigy who would debut in just his 2nd season in the NRL, filling in for an injured Peter Wallace in Game 3 of the series. He would have an excellent tenure as a Blue, playing in 19 appearances and was part of the Origin winning side in 2019. A premiership winner in 2013, Pearce would play 14 seasons in the NRL with a longevity that many other athletes would envy. At number 5 it's Israel Folau for Queensland at 19 and 48 days. A controversial name currently in pro sports, Folau early on was an absolute stud, debuting in the State of Origin in 2008. Israel had already appeared for Australia in the year prior, becoming the youngest Kangaroo ever. His 2008 series was spectacular, scoring a try on debut and 3 more spectacular ones throughout the series. He was a Maroons mainstay throughout his NRL career. At the number 4 spot it's Will Hopoate for New South Wales at 19 and 36 days. The second youngest player selected by New South Wales after our number 2 slot on this list is Will Hopoate. A stud by his 2nd season, Hopoate would represent New South Wales in the 2011 series in games 2 and 3, scoring a try in the decider. Hopoate would leave the sport for a 2-year religious mission, returning in 2014. He would again be selected for New South Wales after returning in 2014 and 15. He is currently playing his rugby league in the Super League for St Helens after over a decade in the NRL. At number 3 it's Brett Dallas for Queensland at 18 and 225 days. An absolute speed demon was Brett Dallas throughout the 90s. At the time he was Queensland's youngest debutant as he debuted in the deciding match of the 1993 series, a game which Queensland would win. Dallas would play 9 more times for Queensland between 1993 and 1997, whilst also featuring for Australia 5 times throughout his career. He was basically the Josh Adokar of the 90s, the bloke was rapid. At number 2, it's Brad Fittler for New South Wales at 18 and 114 days. An absolute golden boy was Brad Fittler, who at the time was the youngest to ever play for the Maroons or the Blues. He would debut off the bench in Game 2 of the 1990 series and would feature in a total of 31 State of Origin games in 3 different positions. Known for his elusive left foot steps, Fittler's mix of speed, elusiveness and a hard running game made him unplayable at times and one of the greater Origin players in the competition's history, with it fitting that the Blues legend would now become the coach of the historic series. The youngest man in State of Origin history by 32 days, it's Ben Ikin. In a strange 1995 season with the talent pool split between the Super League and the ARL, Queensland was searching for players for the State of Origin series. Chosen as a replacement back was Ben Ikin, who was still in his rookie year playing for the Gold Coast Seagulls in the ARL. Queensland coach Paul Vaughton would say he didn't actually know who Ikin was before the series. When Ikin first approached Vaughton at the beginning of the Origin camp, he actually thought the teenager, which was Ben Ikin, was just a fan seeking an autograph. Ikin would have a stellar 9-year career in the ARL and NRL, featuring for Queensland 17 times and Australia twice. Okay, so that concludes this video detailing the youngest Origin debutants. Let me know if there are any other Origin youngsters that came to your mind, and don't forget, if you want more Australian Sports List mini documentaries and discussion videos, subscribe, like and comment. Thank you as always for watching.